Hey, Krista here, coming to you from beautiful Michigan. It's a gorgeous day here today, and I get to be out enjoying it instead of at a job. And I would love to take this opportunity to kind of share a little bit of my experience with Empower Network and my story and how I got started. I first found out about Empower Network and joined back in February. And for the first couple weeks, I was really excited, and it was very clear to me that this was exactly what I was looking for. It offered everything that I'd always wanted, but had never actually seen all together in one place. I wanted the freedom to work from wherever I wanted to be at any given moment and not have to have my phone tied to my hip and not have to have anyone to answer to, any particular place to be at any particular time. I wanted that freedom in my life for myself and my daughter. Well, it was so clearly and so strongly exactly what I wanted that it almost kind of freaked me out how simply it all showed up and how simple it all actually was. And I kind of allowed myself to talk myself out of it because of some old beliefs that I've held around what work should look like and what is required to earn a significant amount of income. And I allowed those beliefs to kind of take over in my mind, as well as allowing circumstances in my life at the time to kind of take over. And I kind of put it on the back burner. And it was one of those like, yep, that's exactly what I want. It's just not right now, not right now. And I talked myself out of it. And I spent the majority of the next 6 weeks really struggling bad. I'm a single mom, I'm in school full time, and my daughter got sick, and then I got sick, and I was getting behind in classes, and I was worried about my grades, and my benefits are based on my grades, so then I was worried about money. And it was just like being in such a dark place, and knowing that I was not able to give my daughter what she needed and show up as the mom that I wanted to be. And I got so stressed out that I couldn't sleep at night. I had insomnia because I was so stressed about the next day and how was I going to do everything that I needed to do the next day, that it was like something in the back of my mind wouldn't let me go to sleep, because the sooner I went to sleep, the sooner I'd have to wake up and try to deal with all this stuff again and manage all this stuff. And um, I actually started to talk myself out of going to the Chicago event in April, and I just kept telling myself, I can't afford to go because I'd have to, miss more study time from school, and I was already behind, and I couldn't afford to take the time, I couldn't afford to spend the money. I had all these stories, all these reasons why I couldn't go, and all of a sudden it hit me one day, I can't afford not to go because this is what I want. This is the exact vehicle that's going to get me where I want to be and to have the kind of life that I want to have and that I've been working so hard to create. And it was just being handed to me, and I was about to blow it off. And all of a sudden, I just made a decision in April, and I said, I'm going to be there. I have to be there. I knew that that event would have an impact on me. And I knew that it would give me exactly what I needed to really jumpstart my business. Now, the funny thing is, what I thought it would give me was more in the way of like the right marketing tips and the right marketing strategies and how to do this and how to do that. And I showed up in Chicago, and the weekend was nothing like what I thought it would be. It was so much better. And what I walked away from that event with was worth more than any amount of marketing training that you can give. What I walked away from that event with was belief, a huge belief in myself. Part of talking myself out of really actively starting my business and developing my business was, oh, why is this going to be different? I've screwed up opportunities in the past. I don't think I can do this. I can't do this. And I was surrounded by so much love and so much support and so much belief. And all the speakers that weekend, everything they talked about was belief and mindset. And we really create our lives on our own. And we create our lives based on what we believe is possible. And over the course of that weekend, um, I was able to really get present to the fact that I can create anything I want, and I really can do this, and it really is simple. And I made it out to be so much more complicated than it actually is. I got all caught up in needing to do it right and needing to do it perfect, and I didn't have time to learn how to do it right and do it perfect, and so I didn't do anything. And when I let go of that and I just started doing stuff and I just started doing what I was told to do and followed the very basic, simple training that's provided here, not only did I get my first lead while I was in Chicago, but in that following week after the event, I ended up with almost 50 leads total just in that 1 week. And I walked away from that event not only with teammates and business partners, but amazing new friends and essentially a whole new family. And I can honestly tell you my life has not been the same since then. I have such purpose now, and I have such belief that nothing, the other circumstances in my life did not just change overnight. I'm still in school full time. I'm still a single mom, and I still have to maintain my grades and catch up on all my work. But everything, absolutely everything, is occurring to me completely different because I've shifted that mindset and I know that I can do it. I'm no longer questioning. I don't go to sleep at night saying, how could I do this? How could I do this? How am I going to get through tomorrow? I can't do this all. Now I go to bed going, this is going to be so much fun to see how I get this all done tomorrow. And just knowing that I can and not needing to know how it's all going to get done. And it just always does. And I began to show up in the world completely different. My whole way of being changed. And it was extraordinary to me what I began to see happening all around me. Everyone else in the world started showing up different to me. I had professors that are notorious for being rigid and inflexible and, not willing to move deadlines and everything is black and white. And these professors were suddenly extending deadlines and, making alterations to the course syllabus like out of nowhere. And I somehow got it all done. And I've got 3 A's and a B this semester, and everything fell into place. And I know that that would not have been possible and creating businesses for people. It really is about empowering yourself. And when I stepped into that and I empowered myself, and that empowerment didn't come with the paycheck, because that empowerment came, now the paycheck can come. Now I'm standing in a space that's clear and can allow the money to come and the success to come and the freedom to come in all areas of my life. And things have just been opening up everywhere. I mean, breakthroughs left and right, and it's just been the most extraordinary event that I've probably ever been to in so many ways. And just the whole Empower Network experience for me has been really incredible. And I already see shifts taking place in my relationship with my daughter, and our circumstances are beginning to change and shift. And I'm not that stressed out, strung out, overtired mom anymore. I can be so much more to my daughter. And so there is nothing more rewarding than that. So there's no question in my mind, there is a place for everyone here at Empower Network. We all get to be ourselves. We get to look how we want to look and talk how we want to talk and just be authentic. So there's absolutely no reason that you can't do this. I can do it. We have a 12-year-old boy in Holland who is working this business, and he made like $12,000 in, I think, 4 months. It was 3 or 4 months. Anyone can do this. It's really just a choice. Do you want the life that you want, or are you willing to continue accepting what is so for you right now? I made a choice, and I said enough is enough. I cannot live like this anymore. I'm getting to Chicago, and everything has been different for me since. So click the link here and get in right now. Don't waste another minute. It is not worth it. Trust me, I can tell you from experience, don't waste another minute. So I look forward to seeing you at our next event.